And we're back with House Democratic Leader Nancy Pelosi. Welcome, Leader Pelosi.
Good morning.
What's it going to be like with Donald Trump as president? How are the Democrats going to react?
Well, when we first of all respect the office that he holds and the people who elected him to the office, we will engage where we can and we will oppose where we cannot. A good example is how we worked with President George W. Bush when he was president. We opposed him on privatizing Social Security, the war in Iraq, but we worked with him on many, many other issues, including one of the biggest energy bills in history, issues that related to tax breaks for low-income people. The list goes on and on.
What are some areas where you think you might be able to work with him?
Well, hopefully we can work with him on infrastructure, building the infrastructure of America in a way that increases the paychecks of American workers. It won't be a cooperation if, in fact, it's just a tax break for the wealthy, disguised as an infrastructure bill. But let's hope for the best. Everything he has said, I think, is promising about how we can go forward. We can work with him on issues that relate to child care, early childhood education, and the rest. He has said that that would be important, and we've had a conversation about that.
I want to ask you about early childhood. There was a report in the paper that when you talked to him about this, he handed the phone to his daughter.
Yes, he did, because it's a very high priority for her. I did not take that as something saying, that's not anything I'm talking about. I took it as it's a priority for Ivanka, therefore it's a priority for me.
What do you think of the fact that his kids are kind of in and out of the administration and the business?
Well, I'm not going to go to that place. Where I would like to go is to say where we won't work with him, and that is on privatization of Medicare and privatization of the VA. I think it's really important for the American people to know that part of central to the Ryan budget, Speaker Ryan budget, is the voucherizing of Medicare. This would be a tremendous loss, taking away the guarantee of Medicare. In addition, over 10 years in that budget, it takes $1 trillion out of Medicaid, 2/3 of which go for long-term health care for seniors. So seniors have a lot to lose in what the Republicans are proposing. It's interesting to see if President Trump will go along with
What
that.
about Obamacare? He wants to take that on right away. Why wouldn't that be an initial big fight? Democrats?
Well, it will be a big fight, and seniors should know how it affects them, because we extended the solvency of Medicare in that. We gave free checkups, all of that, closed the donut hole, which increased the prescriptions drugs for seniors. So seniors have a lot to lose, both in the voucherizing of Medicare, cutting of Medicaid, and what it wants to do for the Affordable Care Act.
The Democratic Party is in a moment of questioning about its identity. You were reelected to lead the Democrats in the House. What do you tell Democrats who want a new direction and then go to you? What are you going to do differently?
Well, I don't think that people want a new direction. Our values unify us, and our values are about supporting America's working families. That is one that everyone is in agreement on. What we want is a better connection of our message to working families in our country, and that clearly in the election showed that that message wasn't coming through. But we are united in terms of the security of our country, which is our first responsibility, to be smart and strong and not reckless in how we protect the American people, strong in how we protect our economy.
Here's my question, though. Democrats, since 2008, the numbers are ghastly for Democrats. In Senate, Democrats are down 10%. In the House, down 19.3%. And in governors, 35%. The Democrats are getting clobbered at every level over multiple elections. That seems like a real crisis for the party.
Well, you're forgetting that we were up 56. You know, we went up so high in 2006 and 2008. And let me just put that in perspective. When President Clinton was elected, the Republicans came in big in the next election. When President Bush was president, we came in big in the subsequent election. When President Obama became president, the Republicans came in big in the next election.
I guess my question is, the Republicans reacted to their losses with a big revolution and a change. They have a very new president at the top of their party now. You have somebody like Agricultural Secretary Tom Vilsack saying that the Democratic Party is like a tree that, quote, looks healthy on the outside, but is in the throes of a slow and long-term demise.
Well, I have enormous respect for the Secretary, but I'm more optimistic about the strength of the Democratic Party. And what I would say, because you talked about these numbers, some reasons to be hopeful, because it's necessary, because this is about policy. It's not about politics. It's about politics for some, but for us it's about protecting Medicare, Social Security, good paying jobs for America's workers, protecting a woman's right to choose, issues that unify us. But let me just say this. Any time that a presidential, the change in president from one party to the next, the states receive an infusion of talent. President Obama going out of office, sadly not having President Clinton come in, but those Democrats will go back, run for governor, run for Congress, state legislatures, and the rest, and we will build up the numbers that you're talking about there.
All right, we're going to have to leave it there, Leader Pelosi.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well,
We'll
anyway,
look forward to having you back.
upward and onward.
Thank you.